Hello, and welcome to my recommendations for the month of October. We've got some corkers coming up, so strap in. Right, first on the 11th of October, that's next Tuesday, we've got Unknown. This is a play about homelessness, which is obviously a very pertinent subject at the moment. It was written during lockdown and presented as an audio play originally, but now is being fully staged. It's from a company called Rough House Theatre, who came with a play called Getting the Third Degree about the pioneering black footballer Laurie Cunningham. They've got pedigree, and that show sold out at South Street and did really well for us. So this show, Exploring Homelessness, will be here next Tuesday, and I highly recommend coming and seeing their work because they're fantastic. And then same week, on Thursday next week, 13th, we've got SK Shlomo's brand new piece called Breathe. I saw this in Edinburgh, and it's a really fantastic kind of love letter to the power of music and the healing power of music. And it's really about Shlomo's kind of mental health journey. So he was a world champion beatboxer, or is a world champion beatboxer, and he was becoming very famous and then had a kind of a bit of a breakdown and a bit of a crisis in his life. And so this play kind of has a look at that, but it's full of joy, full of hope, and brutally honest, but in a wonderful way. Lots of fantastic original music in it. So I highly recommend that. It's a really brilliant ending, a good upbeat ending. One of my highlights of Edinburgh. And another show I saw in Edinburgh, which I absolutely love, probably my favourite thing I saw in Edinburgh. On the 20th of October here, we've got a show called The Rest of Our Lives by Joe Fong and George Orange. They are two physical performers. Joe was a famous contemporary dancer and George a clown, and they both, as they entered their 50s, thought, well, what do we do now as physical performers? What do we do for the rest of our lives? And it's a beautifully quirky, slightly bonkers look at that, through movement. There is text in it. It's got a fantastic thumping soundtrack and an incredible ending, really hopeful, really fun, moving at times, and I absolutely loved it, so I highly recommend coming and seeing that. And finally, October always has half term in it, and of course we are doing something for half term for families. We've got the wonderful Theatre of Widdershins returning. They have been coming for 20 years to South Street, and it's basically the work of one man, and he's doing Rapunzel this time. He builds the sets, he makes the puppets, they're fantastic sets and beautiful puppets, and he's an incredible storyteller and performer as well. So if you want to bring the family, the children, the grandchildren, I highly recommend coming and seeing Theatre of Widdershins Rapunzel in half term, and that's the 26th and 27th of October. Lots of fantastic stuff coming up in November, so I'm going to trail just one for you. Reading born and bred performance artist Jamal Harewood is bringing two of his shows. So he's doing a mini residency with us. On the 2nd of November, he's doing a show called Word, which is a kind of interactive theatre piece looking at the power of language and who holds power by the use of it. And on the 4th, we're bringing back a show we did a few years ago called The Privileged, and this is a fantastic, challenging piece of work that looks at race and identity. Again, it's a kind of an interactive theatre piece. Well, it's very difficult not to give anything away in the show, but I just highly recommend it. The people that saw it last time loved it and still talk to me about it to this day. So look out for Jamal in November. And I will see you soon, hopefully. Take care.